Hello friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. It is Friday morning. It's time for another weekend reading vlog. It's October 1st. Yay for a new month. I am at work. Well, currently I am sitting in my car, obviously, but I just took my little dude to some botanical gardens near where he lives. They had a 10 o'clock story time, so we came early. They open at 9. So we came at 9, walked around, checked out some gardens. I will put some pictures here of all the pictures I took today. It was a beautiful day. It's nice and cool outside, sweaty in the car. Sorry for the sweat dripping, but it was a beautiful day. So we had fun walking around. The story time was not very impressive. It was just 2 books and a little craft, which is great for maybe preschoolers, but for toddler age, it was hard for him to sit still for so long. Thankfully, we had a little snack and a drink, so that kept him occupied. I think I prefer the music class we go to on some Fridays, but it's okay. It was a lot of fun to go to the gardens today and just be outside and walk around. I'm headed back to work for a couple more hours and then to the chiropractor, and then I don't have any other plans for today. I do have a big babysitting job for tomorrow, which is most of the day. So I'm not sure how much I'll be able to film tomorrow. We'll see what we get up to. But I am gonna start The Dreamers by Karen Thompson Walker. That's the book I brought with me to work today to start off the month. So that's what I'm gonna start reading this weekend, and I'll keep you posted on what I think about it and what I do. So come along for the weekend with me. I'll talk to you later. Guys, it is the most gorgeous day out here. Happy October 1st. I'm finally grabbing my book and I came outside to read. I just had to because it's so beautiful out. I'm gonna show you my view in just a second, but I have gone to the chiropractor, realized I left my wallet at work, had to go back to work to grab my wallet, came home, made a huge salad for lunch, watched a couple episodes of Love Island Australia. Season 1. I think I've already seen it a couple years ago, but I'm watching it again. Took a nap in my chair, messaged back a couple people that I needed to message. Basically, I've done nothing with my life for the last 2 or 3 hours. Oh man. But now, which is okay. I knew tomorrow was going to be a super busy day. So today was this was the plan for today. Take it easy. But now I'm grabbed my book, The Dreamers, Karen Thompson Walker. I'm going to start this, but let me just show you the tree, the sky, everything. You can probably hear someone mowing their lawn. Like, it's just so nice outside. I have the best tree. It's huge. It goes way up. The sky is so blue. The sun is over there. Puffy white clouds. Neighbors. But it's this that's bringing me life right now. Time to read. I read about 50, almost 60 pages of this book. Oh, I'm gonna use it to block the sun. If you are not a fan of reading pandemic books in the midst of what is still a pandemic, not sure what this hair is doing, this would not be the book for you. So we kind of are focused on this college campus where on this one floor, multiple people are falling prey to this sickness of like sleeping sickness. They're just falling asleep and not waking up out of it. The first girl who got the sickness died, but the other ones are just staying asleep. And one of them that we got to know a little bit, Rebecca, has been asleep for like 5 days now. And so they've quarantined this floor, they've evacuated the rest of the dorm, and we've kind of met some of the characters, people surrounding this. So one of the janitors who cleans the floor, we got to see him for a little bit. One of the, I don't know if she was a doctor of some sort, a psychologist or psychiatrist or something. We got to see her a little bit and a glimpse of her home life, but also her connection to this whole story. One of the professors as well, we got to see him a little bit. So we're kind of circling around this college campus and this disease of some sort. And so we don't really know what's going on yet. It's only 50 pages in. It was a little bit choppy just because until I figured out what we were doing, because it wouldn't say, okay, now this chapter is about the janitor who cleaned the floor. We would just jump into a different character's story, backstory a little bit. So it was a little bit choppy at the beginning, but now that I'm kind of getting the feel for what's going on, I'm digging it. I don't mind a pandemic book in the midst of a pandemic, and it does feel not creepy at all, but there's a level of intensity that I'm enjoying, like what's going, or a mystery, I should say. It's not really intense at this point, but there's a level of mystery, like what's going on? What is this disease? Where did it come from? I have a feeling we're going to get into the dreaming aspect of it. We've only just barely touched on that. So I know we're going to get into that a little bit. So I'm excited to keep, oh, that's bright. I'm excited to keep going with it, but I need to stop for now. It's about 5:15. So I am going to go make some dinner and then head over to church to do a few things for Sunday, since I won't have any time tomorrow. So I need to do it tonight. I need to get the videos up for October and print out my lesson since I'm teaching on Sunday. All of that shouldn't take too long, so I'm hoping to get back to this before too long. And also I would like to choose my first audiobook for the month so I can start listening to that while I make dinner. So I will let you know which audiobook I choose. But yeah, the sun is below the tree in my neighbor's yard now, so it's super bright right here and hard to read outside anymore. So perfect timing to go switch things up. I'm trying out a sample of Every Plate, like a free box, basically. Someone sent me a link or something, or a discounted box. I don't remember if it was free or if I paid for it. But today I made sweet and spicy ponzu pork meatballs with buttery rice and roasted carrots. I overcooked my carrots, but other than that, looks pretty decent. I'm not a huge fan of roasted carrots, but I'm learning to like them. I just have an oven that heats really hot, and every time I roast vegetables, I put off the smoke detectors because it just gets so hot in my kitchen. And yeah, I just turned the oven off, but left the carrots in there this time when they were done. Should have took them out. Didn't want to open the oven. Now they're overcooked. It is what it is. So I'm gonna eat and then head over to church. It looks delish. I am just leaving church. The goal was 30 minutes to come in and get the videos set up for Sunday, print out my lesson, and I did it in 25. I'm very proud of myself. Now it's time to go home and pay my rent. Ah, I forgot that it's October 1st. I gotta pay my rent. Yikes. I should also say that my landlord lives 2 houses over, so I just need to walk it over to him. And I started listening to The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. So I'm really excited about that. It is pretty good so far. I've only been listening for 20 minutes, so not that far into it. But that's the audiobook that I decided to start off with this month. But I also looked and found The Orphan's Tale by Pam Jenoff, which is one of the ones that will help me read one of those authors I want to read this year. And The Dreamers is one of my Christmas books, so it's helping me with that goal. So I am working on those goals, friends. I'm gonna make it happen by the end of the year for sure. Sorry about like the weird lighting cutting across my face. There's the light at church. It's just dusk right now. So, all right, gotta go pay my rent. Good morning, friends. It is Saturday morning. I am currently in one of the most gorgeous houses I maybe have ever seen. I'll just give you a brief look at it. Part of it. It's huge. The kids are not here yet. They stayed the night at their grandparents' house. And so I got here early. Grandparents are gonna drop them off. I'm gonna hang out with them during the day. Grandparents are gonna come pick them up for dinner. So I just get the fun part of the day. Morning snack, park time, lunch, quiet time, another park, and an afternoon snack, and then play outside, and then dinner. It's gonna be a beautiful day, so we'll get some good outside time, but I'm here a little early, so of course I brought my book. I made it to page 127 last night, and I have mixed feelings about it. Like, I'm really enjoying it. I like the atmosphere. I like trying to figure out what's going on. It's a little bit of mystery. But at the same time, there's not much going on. Not that there's not much going on. There's not much I don't want to say resolution yet. I'm only halfway through, but I don't get the point at this point. So there's this pandemic, this sleeping sickness, and it's still just kind of spreading. And so we're watching this spread of this disease, but I don't know why or where, or we just don't have any answers yet. And that's okay. I'm at like 46%. So the kids, it starts at a college campus. And so the floor where it started, those kids have all been quarantined and they all just busted out of quarantine. And we've kind of glossed over the fact, I mean, it's called The Dreamers. And she's kind of glossed over the fact that while they're sleeping, their brain activity is super high, like higher even than an awake person. But we haven't dove into that any deeper other than just saying it. So I'm like, I want to know more about that. I want to know more about the dreams. One person woke up and presently killed himself. Like, what the heck is that about? So yeah, there's just a lot of mystery going on. I'm still very interested, but I'm not like totally loving it. I'm just really enjoying it. So I don't know what the difference there is, but yeah, so I have about maybe 10 minutes or 15. I don't know what time grandma's gonna drop off the kids. Around 9, so I'm assuming in about 10 minutes. So I'll just read for a few minutes until they get here. I will try to check in throughout the day. I'm not sure how much reading I'm gonna get done when the kids are here, but yeah, we'll see what kind of check-ins I can do. I don't know. So we just got back from a playground and I'm getting lunch ready, but it takes a little while for the water to boil to make mac and cheese. The kids are upstairs playing and I'm gonna snag a few minutes of reading while I'm waiting for the water to boil. Phew, I am tuckered out. One babysitting job down and one to go. And I think I'm not gonna go home in between. One of the Richmond indie bookstores that sells both new and used books was closed for a while. I think they were redoing their flooring and I think they're back open. Well, I know they're back open now because I follow them on Instagram. So I think we're gonna go to an independent bookstore and grab some dinner out. Well, me. And then I'm going to go to my next babysitting job for the day. I did get to read a little bit during their quiet time today. Still feel kind of the same way that I was feeling this morning. Like I'm wanting some answers or some point to this. I think the focus is really just, it's kind of interesting reading this, having just experienced the last 2 years of a pandemic, because this kind of captures the very beginning of a pandemic and how different people respond and how it affects people emotionally. And I mean, this whole town is getting quarantined and a lot of people have a hard time with that. And yeah, it's just capturing the beginning stages of the pandemic, but really that's it. So we're just kind of doing little snippets of all these different characters and how they're reacting to it. But we're not really talking about the pandemic itself and what is causing it or what it's causing people to do or any looking at how we're going to solve this problem. It's just the very beginning, like the numbers and how it's increasing and how it's spreading and the panic and the emotional side of things. So I'm just looking for a little bit more, but again, I still have probably about 100 pages. I'm kind of hoping that I'll finish it tonight. I do have to babysit. I can read while I eat dinner somewhere, and then I can also read during babysitting tonight. So they're only going to dinner, so it shouldn't be very long, but it'll give me a good chunk of time since the boys will already be in bed. I'm down with that. So yeah, let's go now though and check out a bookstore. There are used books and new books. So I'm not looking to buy anything new, but I might find something upstairs in the used book section. Hopefully. One can always hope. So I majorly struck out. The bookstore that I tried to go to closed. Right down the street, there's a children's bookstore, closed. I went into a games store that sells board games. That was fun to look around for a minute. I should have taken a picture, but I didn't. And then I'm like, oh, there's a thrift store that I love over here. By the time I got to that, closed. So fail, 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 fail. So I'm going to sit. I came to a park. I have like 40 minutes until I need to go babysit. So I came to a park that has a little fountain and geese, and it's just a pretty view. So I'm going to sit and eat the dinner that I bought at Ukrop's. It's just like a wrap. I just ran in and got just like a turkey provolone bacon wrap. I'm going to eat that while I sit here and look at the park. Not exactly what I was planning for tonight, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to sit and enjoy some peace and quiet for a few minutes before I go to my other babysitting job. Okay, I finished The Dreamers just now. I don't know what to make of it. On the one hand, it was pretty compelling throughout most of the book. There were a couple parts that lagged a little bit, or that felt a little bit slow. But overall, I was interested and wanting to keep reading. There were parts that felt a little too philosophical or literary for me, just about this whole idea of dreams and time, and I don't know how to feel about it. It was very filled with a bunch of characters. And like I said, it's just about this one town where this pandemic broke out. They were able to section off this town. It did not spread and become a worldwide pandemic. It was literally just in this town. And we followed a bunch of different people in the town. I liked that part of it, but once it got to the philosophical, like thinking about, I don't know, is it bad to say, I look like a hot mess. Is it bad to say I don't like to think when I read my books? I just don't understand the point. I thought the writing was beautiful. There were some quotes that were very thoughtful and thought-provoking. That is not my favorite kind of read. So while I don't know I'm going to rate it. Probably it's going to end up being a 3-star. Like a good 3-star, but also I'm annoyed by it. Because I don't know what the point was. I don't know. There wasn't enough story for me, I think is what it comes down to. I love there to be a compulsive story with a plot arc. There wasn't that in here, other than this pandemic. People started to wake up from it without rhyme or reason. Some people had dreamt of one afternoon. Some people had dreamt of decades. Some people didn't dream at all. There was no cohesiveness to it. It felt very scattered by the end. The ending, like I feel like parts of it were dragging on, and then it just kind of ended quickly. So I didn't like the ending. Am I going to give this one 2 stars? Like it was just okay? I think I am. I think I might have to give it 2 stars. But I did like the beginning. Oh, I don't know. Books like this are really frustrating. If you've read this book, I would love to know what your thoughts were on it. Maybe I just need to wait a day or 2 before I rate it. Just mark it as read. I don't know. I was hoping, what time is it? Oh, it's only 10 o'clock. I'm tired. It feels much later than 10 o'clock to me right now. It's been a long day, and I just want to go put comfy clothes on and go to bed, to be honest. PJs, and go to bed. I did look at my lesson for tomorrow, so I'm all set for church. I finished this book. I might just play a game on my phone or watch BookTube or whatever for a few minutes until they come home. I'm expecting them to come home pretty soon. Yeah. I don't know that book. It'll be interesting to see if it's one that I think about beyond tonight. I feel like it was a good read for fall. However, if you don't want to read a book about a pandemic, don't pick it up, because that's quite literally the whole book. Quarantine and masks and the whole 9 yards. So, yeah, I don't know. And I feel like the one character that I liked the most didn't get an ending that I liked at all. I felt really frustrated by that ending. It's kind of a bummer. I feel a little bit bummed out by this book right now. Okay, I'm gonna put it away and watch some BookTube, I think, for a little while. That's probably it, though, for today. I'll check in tomorrow. Hello. I feel like it wouldn't be a normal Sunday vlog day if I didn't start the day in my car in my orange kids shirt and with straight hair. So here we are. It's Sunday after church. It's like 12:30-ish, 12:15. I was supposed to stay today for this Connect gathering that we have once a month to like talk about our church with people that are newer and help them to know a little bit more about who we are. And I usually stay for that and help connect with people, but nobody stayed today. So I get to go home, which is good because I have a headache and I'm super tired and I'm hungry. So I'm gonna go home and have lunch and then I'm gonna film. I usually try to film and then eat, but I'm really hungry today for some reason. So I'm gonna eat first. And then I'm gonna film, and I'm gonna film my September wrap up. I'm gonna film for my health channel, and I'm gonna film for the BookTube spin, because that is gonna be happening in a couple days. I don't remember what day he's gonna do the spin, but I wanna put my list up for the BookTube spin round 4. So I'm gonna film those things, just a few things today. I'm sweating. It's very hot. It's very hot right now. It's, what is it? My car says 90. Boo, it's supposed to be fall. It's supposed to be cooler weather. We did have the most gorgeous week though, so I really can't complain. But I am actually drinking the tea from Gloria, the meadow tea from Seven Smith or Smith, I don't know what it says, Smith Tea Company, whatever. It's really good. It feels very earthy. I don't know. I'm not good at describing things, but I put stevia in it to sweeten it and a little bit of honey from her family farm. I learned that honey is from her family farm, so that's cool. Or family made or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go home and eat and then film, and then I will read something. I'm not sure what I'm gonna read today, but I also might take a nap. Like a Sunday afternoon nap is just the best, and it's been a really long time since I've had an official like lay down and take a nap. Not just to fall asleep while you're reading nap, but an actual planned nap. Is it sad that I'm getting really excited about that? It is what it is. I'll talk with you later. Well, it's Sunday afternoon. What time is it? 2:45. Whoa. It's 2:45 on Sunday afternoon. I just got done filming 2 videos. I do need to do my check-in for my other channel, but I think I will go for a walk later. But I am gonna just choose a book. Let me look at my... I think I'm gonna get started with The Pursuit of God because I need to get that going for next Sunday. And also I think I'm gonna start The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. No, I don't wanna start that. I think while I walk, I will listen to The Maidens after I film my check-in. I did last night very briefly start The Importance of Being Earnest, but it was late and I was tired, so I'm basically gonna start that again. I might do that later today. And I think I'm gonna continue working on my Les Mis abridged version here. I'm not quite halfway through this one. And I don't feel like starting one of my other October reads yet. Looking at that stack, nothing is jumping out at me. So I think I'll just work on this today for a little while, as well as listening to a bit more of this and possibly this one. That feels like the right thing to do, or what I want to do. I didn't get much of a nap. I did lay down for a little bit, So it's possible I'll sit in my chair here and fall asleep later. I think I'm going to do a little cozy read-in on Instagram as well. I need to go announce that. I'm making a pizza for dinner later. I have a garlic and herb pizza dough that I got from Trader Joe's a couple days ago, so I want to use that up. I pulled some chicken out of the freezer that's already done, like already cooked. So I pulled that out to thaw so that I can put that on the pizza. But yeah, I don't know, it's a Sunday afternoon. I feel just tired after yesterday. I feel like a little foggy brained, but I did film 2 videos. So I need to upload the footage from my camera onto my computer. And by my camera, I mean my phone, from my phone onto my computer. Maybe I'll start editing the BookTube spin one. I want to get that up to tomorrow. That one will go up first, and then my September wrap up I just filmed as well. So I'm gonna go get out of this dressy shirt and go put a cozy shirt on and then sit and read for a little bit and possibly fall asleep in my chair, which I will be okay with. Hello, friends. I'm in the middle of a cozy read-in on Instagram, and this is what's left of my snacks. I had a little charcuterie board and I just have popcorn left. I have a little candle going that's from Gloria and some mango strawberry Moscato. And I spent a couple different reading sprints working on the abridged version of Les Mis. I am now more than halfway through, so I just have a little bit left. Hopefully, I was hoping to get this done before October. That did not happen. So it will definitely get done in October, but I just kind of revisit it every once in a while. I'm going to stop revisiting it right now though. And I'm going to switch over to The Murder of Roger Ackroyd for a little bit. And then I'm going to work on editing for a little bit because I'd like to get 2 videos up tomorrow, 1 on each of my channels. So I'm going to work on those things. But I'm also like reposting and sharing other people's posts from Instagram who are participating in my cozy reading. It's always nice to just know other people are reading at the same time. I love it. I did go for a nice little walk today. Fall is starting to be in the air. It was quite warm still, but it was just nice to get outside and move a little bit. I did make a homemade pizza for dinner. I did not take a picture of it, but it was delicious. I used a garlic and herb pizza dough from Trader Joe's, and it was amazing. It was so good. So thankfully I have that for lunches this week as well. Some leftover. I probably ate too much of it, but it was delicious. I made half of it pepperoni and cheese and half of it chicken and cheese. Delicious. Yeah, so that's the rest of my night. I haven't done any audiobook listening in quite a while, it feels like. I don't think I have since Friday maybe, or Thursday even. I don't know, it feels like forever. That's okay. Hello friends, Editing Krista here. It is now Monday afternoon and I am just about done editing this vlog, and I realized I never hopped back on to close it out, and I am someone who needs that closure. So I'm not going to add any new information. Just let you know, I did not read very much of Roger Ackroyd, The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. I did not dive back into The Importance of Being Earnest. I did not listen to any more of my audiobook other than on Friday night. But I did complete The Dreamers, and I did spend about a half an hour looking for a new planner. That is how I closed out my night last night. So I had a good weekend overall. It was very tiring babysitting all day Saturday, but I made good money and I'm going on a trip at the end of October, so that money will help immensely for that trip. And yeah, thank you for hanging out with me on my weekend vlogs as per usual. I really enjoy doing these and I love that you seem to enjoy them as well. So thank you so much for watching. I would love to chat with you in the comments about anything you saw in this video or anything else that you want to talk about. You guys know I love talking with you down there. And that is going to be it for today. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you in another video very soon. Bye.